Hey, Rob Lane, Millionaire Maintenance Man, the big reveal of the finalization of the stucco house. Here you go. The biggest project that I've ever tried to do in my life. We've been 7 months on this project. Today is October 4th. If you remember when we first started filming, I was wearing a sweatshirt, then went to t-shirts, now I'm back in a sweatshirt again, ready to get the hell out of here, and I've already bought another property, move on to that one. So I'm going to go through everything really quick. We videoed this thing from start to finish, every project, every process that we've been through. I'm really excited to take you inside to show you, but we're going to kind of go over this, what we did on the outside. As you can see, the white paint, just general in stock stucco or concrete paint that we painted it with, and then the terracotta trim. Was going to stain the porch, but it's a great paint that we use. It's a good quality, heavy paint. And so we went ahead and painted the front porch. I'm not doing any of the accents or little bells and whistles that I talked about because I think the character of the house speaks for itself like it is. So we want to keep it simple, stupid, use the KISS philosophy as much as possible. And this is what we got. Remember I told you I took all the old flower pots that were in the way at my house, brought them over, painted those, and they really accented off. The reason I do that is, like I've talked in a previous video, is that I do take care of all the lawn maintenance, and so if all I got to do is come with my weed and grass killer and knock out the weeds through this mulch, it makes life a lot easier for me. So let's move inside. As you can see, new guttering, new windows, new stucco, new doors. Did exactly what I said I was going to do right here as far as the gate entry into the backyard. We also curved off this gate as well right here. So the stockade fence goes all the way around the house. I typically do that at most of my properties. It is a little bit more expensive, but once again, I do the labor on it and build most of them myself, so it makes it a little bit more palatable in the wallet. So let's move up in here. If you remember that old green thing, it was kind of bent out of shape. Basically, I just kind of took some pliers and bent it back, painted it the terracotta. Once again, money saved. Here's your guttering, a light, just bought a regular black light fixture at your big box store, painted it terracotta, installed it, or I'm sorry, the electrician installed it since we've already passed inspection. Let's go ahead and move inside. New door. The old door, the handle, it was just a screwy door, so it actually smashed my finger in it because the handle was so close to the side, and said a couple of cuss words when that happened. Here's your finished project on the inside. 252-inch blade ceiling fans, crown molding throughout. Once again, we want to keep our tenants' utilities as least expensive as possible. We have extremely hot summers here in Oklahoma and extremely cold winters, so the ventilation with all the ceiling fans in every room really seems to help out. Ebony stain, we want to talk about consistency in all the properties. Remember, every film that you've seen in all my properties, including my house, are painted this color, which is a very neutral color. You don't want to paint, black, mauve, anything like that. You want to keep everything neutral, create a palette for your tenant to come in and do something. Like I said, I'll hang pictures for tenants. I'll even help them decorate it if they let me. But regardless, it gives a neutral palette for them to work with. We talked about ebony stain. That's what I go with on all my hardwood floors. Personally, I think it looks more beautiful than a golden or a natural color, but the other benefit to this is it hides all the pet stains, because pet stains will dry dark. And so if you've ever seen a pet stain on a golden oak floor or a natural oak floor, they'll show. They won't show on this. Another inexpensive cost-saving tip here, you're going to have busted out tile like this one did. And a lot of these old houses have these mock fireplaces like this, so we kind of want to decorate them out as much as we possibly can. I typically put the electric fireplaces in here. I didn't do it on this one. I haven't had time. They're about $800 or $900. I don't think I'm going to do it on this time. This house is already pristine the way it is, and will lease very quickly. But basically, I busted tile here, put joint compound on it over it, sand it down, fatten it off, and just use a high glossy nail paint in your paint section. It's a stock product. I've had the same can. This is a quart can. I've had the same can for 3 years. I've used it on the last 3 fireplaces. So, and then you can also see I come out on the wood floor and do a line with the paint technique that I've told you 100 times. Come out on the floor and make it just a little bit wider because I had to caulk in and make it presentable before we actually painted it. Faux wood blinds, don't use the aluminum or the vinyl little mini blinds. They're terrible. They're $3 or $4 a piece. These are going to cost you about $23 a piece. So it's a little bit more, but you can always go first class. You just can't stay as long. You know how that goes. But once again, I'm not going to have vinyl or aluminum blinds in my house. I'm certainly not going to have them in my rental properties as well. Moving on in here, the kitchen. You see what we did, the granite countertops. Once again, buy in bulk, like I told you before. I had several sheets of this that I bought up from my granite guy that he just holds for me in his warehouse. And we're still pulling from that stock to actually be able to do these. So we got the granite here, the granite there, $800 installed. Also with the undermount sink, typically one of your least expensive stainless steel faucets. Did the undermount LED light right here that is light controlled, just to add extra light here. Crown molding, got your light fixtures up. These are stock cabinets. Now, everybody thinks that they got to order custom cabinets by going to your local big box store or cabinet specialty shop. That's not necessarily true. Your big box stores do have stock cabinets available. These are stock cabinets. Basically, you give them the layout of your kitchen, they'll put a design to it, you're able to pull from stock what they have right there. All we do is put crown molding on them to make them look like they're custom, and then we put nice hardware on them as well. There are templates that you can use to be able to put the hardware on and do everything. So that's how we do it. We just don't automatically know where these go. Undermount sink, stainless steel dishwasher, subway tile backsplash. I usually do the glass tile backsplash, but the subway tile seems to really be making a comeback. Hell of a lot easier to work with than the glass tile backsplash, and these are only about 23 cents a piece. So as you can see what we're talking about, a lot of sweat equity that go into these things, but a lot of the items that you buy are very pricey at the same time. So let's save money where we can. Also did the subway tile backsplash over here as well. Then you've got the overmount microwave. And when we list these properties and you got these tenants coming in, especially the millennials, they want what their parents have. They want what I have. So they come in and they see this and their eyes just light up and they go, wow, I got basically a brand new house. I'm gonna have to pay a lot of money for it, but they get a roommate. They're only looking about $700 a piece for rent on this place. So not that bad. Plus they're close to downtown Oklahoma City, like all my houses are. They're close to what we call the Plaza District. You know, your $7 cab ride to go watch the Oklahoma City Thunder ride, or Oklahoma City Thunder play, you know, $7 Uber ride. Makes life a little bit easier. Let's go right here into the laundry room. I provide washer and dryers for all the houses, so you got a washer and dryer. We had an extra cabinet here that we went ahead and put up to add extra storage space. So let's go back to the bedrooms and the bathroom and I'll show you those. The hallway here, basically all we did was paint these cabinets and put new hardware on them. Okay, pretty inexpensive, simple fix. We had to reverse this door here on the bathroom. If you want to come in here, Scotty. And the reason we had to reverse this door is because the vanity is such a small bathroom, we couldn't have it going in. So we had to have it coming out. So that was kind of a pain in the butt to do, but we did it. Once again, we talked about the money saving things. We got this nice, beautiful vanity here for $40 on the center aisle of the big box store. A lot of people will return these items and they can't resell them as new. So get to your local hardware stores early, shop those center aisles, see what they have on sale, and buy it. The only pain in the butt with all this is we buy a lot of this stuff that's so inexpensive is storage. That's my biggest problem right now, is I'm having a problem with storage. So if you look at the gap between the shower, and you've seen this on some of the previous film, there was a huge opening here. So what we did with the small bathroom was decided to put 3 shelves in. That's going to help them, and you'll have your towel rack, toilet paper holder, and then they got cabinet space here. And then the mirror that I put up here is actually, it'll come out from the wall where they're able to put, you know, toothbrush, toothpaste, things like that in. So you want to create as much room in these small bathrooms for people to store things as you possibly can. So it just makes their stay more enjoyable, and that's what we want. This is the first toilet that I bought like this, which is that top mount flush. So you got a number 1, for the little stuff. Then you go number 2, I guess, for the big stuff. So anyway, 99 bucks. You know, it looks cool. I like it. Here's the bedroom. Not much to these. They're small closets. I didn't have lights added to the closets, but they got plenty of light in them already. Nothing special. We did put the crown molding in to kind of make it look a lot better. Filled the blinds in here as well. Other bedroom looks exactly like this bedroom here. Same size. And we always want to talk about safety too. So if you know, I was a female, I typically leased to female tenants. How that works out, I don't know, but I typically do. So I was talking to my wife, and she was saying, well, if I lived here by myself or whatever, had a roommate, and I had this front room, I was originally going to put the gates to the back of the house. And she says, well, if I lived here, I'd want them at the front of the house so nobody's, you know, coming in trying to look through my windows. Well, I also put motion lights all the way around the house to add additional safety for the tenants, but that's why we moved the gates up here. And I'm like, well, still somebody can try to sneak in and look through your front, but at least that's on the front. It's already lit at night, and so you're gonna have less problems that way. Electronic thermostat. Okay, whatever you do, heat and air, plumbing, electricity. Well, whenever they run the electricity and the plumbing, you got to do a partial inspection, okay, for rough-in inspection. So the inspectors come, they go, everything's approved, and then once you get everything kind of built out, then they got to come and put all the fixtures in. So it's light fixtures for the electrician and toilet, vanity, sinks, garbage disposals, yada yada for the plumber. And then you'll have another bill at the end of that, but it's nothing like your rough-in partial, the initial cost of it. So I think my final for plumbing was around $700, and final for electricity was around $900. So not too bad. And you know, smoke detectors. Since this is an all-electric house, I don't have to have a carbon monoxide detector, but you know, it's law rule that you know this has to have 3 smoke alarms. So we got that. Let's move to the outside. Look how pretty this refrigerator is. We're supposed to get a big rainstorm tomorrow, so today some of the final projects that we're going to do is we're actually going to paint this here. So that'll be dry by tomorrow and help us take better pictures to actually post it. We're going to post it as is, but we might come back after this is done, depending on the amount of phone calls they get. $800 for the carport. Remember, we couldn't build anything for that amount, so that's why I had it done. That's installed. $800, you can't beat that. The backyard needs to be sodded. However, I'm not going to do it unless the tenant asks me. But a lot of times when they have animals, they're tracking dirt, mud, leaves in, they're going to say, hey, please, you know, sod my backyard to eliminate that. But sod does get really expensive. Basically, in a nutshell, that is it for this house. You got your privacy fence all the way around. All the tree work's been done. We're in the middle of fall right now, so trying to paint outside is a real pain in the butt because we're getting leaves falling down on our projects as fast as we're working on them, as fast as we're painting them. But here we go. We're towards the end. I'm happy. I'm ready to start on the next project, get this one behind me, get it leased. So now we're going to take this, go list it on Postlets, and I bet we lease it by the end of the day. Rob Lane, Millionaire Maintenance Man. I hope you have a profitable day.